ओम श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः या अनिरुद्ध दूरकर
Namaskar, Guruji.
so we can chant from verse number 38 onwards till 41. We are in verse number 41. Everybody can repeat after me. Sukha dukhe same krutva
Sukha dukhe same krutva
labha labhau jaya jayau
labha labho jaya jayo
tato yuddhaya yuchyasva
tato yuddhaya yujyasva
naivam papamavapsyasi
naivam papamavapsyasi
yesha te bihita sankhye
esha te vihita sankhye
buddhir yoge tvimam shrunu
buddhi yoge tvimam shrunu
buddhya yukto yaya partha
buddhya yukto yaya partha
karma bandham prahasyasi
karma bandham prahasyasi
neha bhikramana shosti
neha bhikramana shosti
pratyavayo na vidyate
pratyavayo na vidyate
swalpamapyasya dharmasya
swalpamapyasya dharmasya
trayate mahato bhayat
त्रायते महतो भयात्
vyavasayatmika buddhihi
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः
ekeha kuru nandana
एकेह कुरु नन्दन
Bahushakha hyanantascha
Bahushakhayanantascha
buddhayo vyavasayinam.
buddhayo vyavasayinam.
Yeah, you can remain unmuted if there is no noise in your room.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Prasad, couple of you, Rukmini ji, if you can unmute yourself, there's no noise. So, Krishna is transitioning from what he referred to as Sankhya Yoga, or later on Jnana Yoga, to what is called Karma Yoga. He used the word yoga. He didn't say Karma Yoga. But we will see it is Karma Yoga. So he's differentiating those two in that verse number 39. So I taught you Sankhya Yoga. Now listen to this idea of Karma Yoga, which in itself will karma bandham prahasyasi. Karma was indicated as something that binds people. Action binds. So this is lesson number 1 of Vedanta. Action binds. We saw that last class and the class before that. Action binds because I am hooked to its results. Therefore, action binds. And Veda says you're not just going to get drishtaphalam. Namely, I do things for certain benefits. I want things. I cook because I have to eat, because I have to fill up my stomach, because I get hungry and I don't want to be hungry. Like this, everything I do has a purpose, has a result. Therefore, I am stuck to it. And that's how the system is made also. There is no choice. Therefore, karma eva bandhaha karma bandham. He uses that word here in verse number 39. That karma here is action. Okay, karma itself binds, and that bondage, if you can use the word bondage, prahasyasi, you will be released from. Okay, that is what he's talking about. So clearly, that's an important statement there, and trying to inspire Arjuna. And 40, he says it. From great fear, it will release you. This attitude of karma yoga. And that karma yoga being an attitude towards karma, there cannot be anything called failure, or there cannot be a disappointment. Your actions may not yield the results you want. Krishna is not guaranteeing anything. It's not saying you will get what you want. You worship me, you will get everything you want. No, he doesn't say that here. He says karma yoga. Have the attitude of karma yoga. This is what he's saying. Now, 41 is where we were last class. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kuru nandana bahushaka hyanantascha buddhayo vyavasayina. So, an important observation, important statement. Observation, I said, and I took it back because it's an observation and it's also a statement. For Krishna, it's an observation. For us, it's an important statement. He's saying the key word here is vyavasatmika. Vyavasayatmika. And we saw last time, it means a mind which is clear about what the goal is, what the lakshya is. In Sanskrit, the word for goal. What do you really want to be? They ask you. In an interview, they ask you these questions. Very troubling questions. What do you want to be? And you are just now applying for a job. And they say, what do you want to be? Hey, all I want is a job. I want a salary. And that's all I want. What do you want to be in life? Man, that's a very... What kind of question is that? Nobody ever asked me that question before. And you go and sweat in the interview. How do you answer this question? What do you want to be? I want to be happy. I want to have a happy job. And I want to be happily married. You can say all these things. But that's not what they're expecting. They're expecting a little more. If you've given some thought to these questions, then some values and all will come out of that. So they are expecting those kinds of things. What are your values? What do you cherish in life? What brings you happiness? Those kinds of things they want to ask. So lakshya, here Krishna is saying, your lakshya must be clear. You must have clarity. About what? Of course, about this moksha. These purusharthas are there. So dharma, artha, kama are there. They seem to be automatic. Artha and kama are automatic for every living being. Dharma is unique for a human being. So there also we have to put some effort because potential to cut corners, potential to take shortcuts is there for the human being. That's why dharmam chara, Veda says that. Dharmam chara. Make sure you keep dharma along with you. Don't let go of it. Veda has to say it because I have a tendency to cut corners. Okay. Dharmam chara. So these three are there. Then I am beginning to understand this moksha. So there is something called moksha, and that this artha and kama that I am seeking, artha I am seeking for my own security, and my own security because I want to be happy. And that security seems to come and go, Whatever I have, I don't seem to be completely secure. This kind of questioning led us to moksha. And Sankhya Yoga, Krishna introduced this whole idea of Atma being Purnaha, being Avinashi. That is my real nature. All this we have seen. Now, Krishna is saying, in order to understand this, we must have a prepared mind. We must have a mind that's ready to accept it and ready to assimilate it. And all of us have a mind which can begin to think about these things. But then we also said that this adhikaritvam, right? Viveka, Vairagya, Shatka Sampattihi and Mumukshutvam. And that those attributes are the ones I need in order, and that is called antahkaraNashuddhih. And so how do I get antahkaraNashuddhih? Because that is needed to get knowledge. And that is where Krishna is introducing karma yoga. You do whatever you're doing, but you must enjoy a certain attitude, which he is going to explain. Karma yoga. So an attitude which says, where I see Ishvara everywhere. That appreciation I have. And so whatever I do as an offering. Ishvara pana buddhi. Later on, Shankara will say that. Krishna will say that. Ishvararpana buddhi. I offer it. This is how the Ishvararpana comes. I'm reminded of my father used to work in a company, and Electronics Corporation of India Limited. And they used to have a catchphrase below the logo. They have phrases. And that phrase was, work is worship. Work is worship. And we used to take it for granted. Work is worship. In Krishna in the 18th chapter will say that. Swakarmana tam abhyarchya. 18th chapter will say. So you worship Ishvara through your swakarma. Through your swakarma means through your duties, through your life, through the actions that you do in your life. He doesn't say, that means what he's saying, your performance of your duties itself is an aradhana of Ishvara, is itself a worship of Ishvara. Okay, I hope you're getting that. There is no special worship other than your own doing your own duties. It's a brilliant statement. So we will analyze that further. So that idea of karma yoga, when I do that, then I'm expecting some results for anything I do. And so now I will take the results as prasada buddhi. Action, results. Prasada buddhi is there. This is karma yoga. Okay. And here Krishna is saying, you must have nishchayatmika buddhi. You must have vyavasayatmika buddhi. Shankara uses the word nishchaya swabhava buddhi. Nishchaya swabhava, same meanings. Nishchaya swabhava buddhi means a mind that is clear about what I am seeking in my life. So in life, in anything we do, if we have to do anything significant, we know very well that some focus must be there in life. Commonly in Indian families, the children are just wayward, they are just doing something or the other, and the parents have somehow ignored, helping the children, and suddenly they are in 6th, 7th, and then the grades are all nowhere. And then suddenly the parents are shocked. We must do something. I think it's our own fault. We have just not paid enough attention to the children. Now they have to turn the whole wheel without hurting the children. How do you do it? They have to change their mindset now. The mindset has to change. Now we have to stop doing all this, going to parties and this and that. And it's now 7th grade, and in India means from a young age they start practicing for IET exam itself. And it is all crazy, very crazy. But still, some proper focus for studying is needed. They don't need to be big, first class, this and that, but basic education is important. So the whole family now has to shift the focus, right? They have to cut out a lot of activities. They need to pay more attention to their children. Big step for the parents. And so, but the father says, I'm going to give up this. Mother says, I'm going to give up that. And they all come together slowly. And the children won't like this because so far they were all so free. And they thought life was great. And now suddenly it hits them. And homework, have you done the homework? What is this? Mother is constantly asking, have you done the homework? She never mentioned the word homework. I was saying homework thrice a day, four times a day. And so children also big shock. So the parents have nishchayatmika buddhi, vyavasayatmika buddhi, correct? And it takes some time. And the parents also must be understanding. Take some time and slowly that wheel changes. And then things change, and the children also appreciate the need for it, and then slowly things improve for the better. Look at that. How much effort is needed, how much clarity is needed, how much focus is needed. Somebody wants to start a business. And so because the person realizes, I've worked for so many years, 10 years, I can't work for anybody. They say this all the time. I've realized I can't work for anybody. And then I want to start a business. So it's a good thought. But you know how much effort it takes to start a business. Family is there, children is there, and you start a business means it's not an ordinary thing. And it's a concerted effort, because now the person Starting a business, the person has to play so many roles, starting from raising funds to creating a product to hiring employees. Everything, every department is this one person, one lady, one person. That's all. And so it's a lot of effort. So much clarity is needed about how I should do things, what I should do, what my goals are. These things we know, we've seen in our own lives, in other people's lives, we've seen. So how much that vyavasayatmika buddhi is. Now, that clarity is needed here. Why the clarity is needed here? Because this artha, kama and dharma is one category and moksha is a different category. They're not the same, what do you call it? Different beast or something they say, They're not the same. They're not the same thing. Why they're not the same thing? Artha, I seek security. Correct? I seek security. I seek pleasure, kama. And I also seek dharma. Means I seek to be dharmic. And dharma also means punyam and papam. I seek punyam. In our culture, we have that. I seek punyam also. Therefore, these things I seek. Now, when I say I seek security, what does it mean? It means I am insecure, therefore I have to seek security. Correct? Security is not here, it is out there. Therefore, I must seek security. This is the thinking. This is the thinking. I am incomplete, I am inadequate, and I want to be adequate, I want to be complete, I want to be whole. And by doing all these things, I can be better. This is the thinking behind these three purusharthas, artha, kama and dharma. Moksha, according to Krishna, is what? Moksha, according to Krishna, is, according to Vedanta, is what? Hey, you constantly are doing this. We are very happy. You follow dharma and you're seeking artha and kama. But this journey is going to continue forever, because there's never going to be a time when you can say, what? I'm completely adequate. Nothing can change that situation. Can anybody say that? You can say, no, I got all things I want, I can retire. You can say that. But that is different. You can never say, I am complete. That status of being complete can be shattered anytime. So moksha here, according to Vedanta, is you are already complete, my dear. You have missed the basic point, which is what makes you keep on seeking. That is what moksha is. And jnanena moksha means by knowledge of that, moksha is gained. Which means what? The starting point for artha, kama and dharma is different from the starting point of moksha. They are two different paths, as though diverging paths. Correct? As though diverging paths. So that is why clarity is so important in this. That is what Krishna is introducing here. Arjuna, you have to be clear. You have to be clear what moksha is. Clarity is so important. That is why no Vedanta teacher, that's why Krishna here doesn't say, believe what I say. Believe me. He doesn't say that. So far he has not said it. Later on he will say, you surrendered to me, like that and all he might say later on. But that has to come along with this understanding. He says, nishchayatmika buddhi. Be clear about your goals. Be clear about moksha. He says that. So that clarity will suddenly give direction to your life. Like the river is flowing. The river is flowing. between its banks. The river may meander like this, but the banks are there. The river is flowing. The moment you take away the banks, like when Ganga enters the Bay of Bengal or Godavari enters Bay of Bengal, you can see the water just spreads and there are islands and islands. Suddenly, no direction at all. So like that, those banks are needed for us. And those banks for the river, that is nishchayatmika buddhi for us. Okay. And so priorities, clarity about priorities should be there. And and so for that person who is beginning to appreciate the attitude of karma yoga, the vision is the same thing. And for the person who's given up everything for the pursuit of this knowledge is sannyasi. For that person also the lakshya is the same. For both people lakshya is the same, correct? Because that is the end goal here, moksha. And so goals are the same, but lifestyle can be different. Have to be different. And that is why attitude, what we do are different. The sannyasi does different things and the gruhastha does different things. But things may be different, but the attitude is still the same. And what kind of attitude it is? Now, I am less interested in whether my actions actually produce the results that I am seeking. I do want my efforts to yield fruit, no doubt, but my emphasis is not on the results anymore. My emphasis is in what? AntahkaraNashuddhih. Correct? AntahkaraNashuddhih. Because my goal is now moksha. AntahkaraNashuddhih is there. And neha vikramana shosti. There cannot be any failure in that when I have that as my goal. Then what happens? Suddenly what will happen? This getting disappointed, getting frustrated, getting depressed because this didn't work out, this didn't work out. Suddenly all those things become smaller and smaller. Correct? Because this is how it is. I've done my best. I'm happy that I've done my best. And yeah, where is it written? All these things are guaranteed. It's not written anywhere. So I will try. I will do it differently. Or I may say, no, I don't need this anymore. Anything I can do. Therefore, that attitude, that karma yoga attitude provides me the shock absorber to deal with anything that comes. Correct? Anything, literally anything. Potentially tragic outcomes. How will I deal with tragic outcomes? Many tragic outcomes are there in our life. How do you deal with those things? So, karma yoga, buddhi is very important. And then, look at that. Now, let's look at vyavasayatmika buddhi. Ekeha kurunandana. Hey Kurunandana. Hey descendant of this Kuru dynasty. Hey Arjuna, you are the one who makes this dynasty proud. Not like the other dynasty we have in India. And it doesn't make us proud at all. But Kurunandana. Okay. Kurunandana. So you are the shining star of this dynasty. And so it's even more important for you to have this vyavasayatmika buddhi. Eka iha. Buddhi eka iha. Iha means in this matter, you must have eka buddhi. Eka buddhi means well ascertained vision. You must be crystal clear about this. He says that. Eka buddhi. Then what? Bahushaka hi anantaha cha. Bahushakaha hi. Let me split all the words. Bahushakaha hi anantaha cha buddhayaha Avyavasayinam. Avyavasayinam. So Vyavasayi means what? Not a farmer. Vyavasayi means the one who has that clarity of vision. The second line is referring to Avyavasayi. Avyavasayi. Means Krishna is saying those who do not have this vision, what happens? Do not have this clarity, what happens? Those who do not have the clarity, for them, everything is attractive. Clarity is not there. What I should do, what I should not do. Everything is attractive. Money is attractive. Okay, good. Money is needed, no doubt. And so, there is so many ways to make money. Artha, to gain the artha, right? So, you can work for a living, no doubt. And then you can invest that money somewhere. Then they invest the money. Then among investing, if you take, there is real estate, there is stocks, then there is gold. And just when you thought that is all the investment opportunities, then there comes something called, what is it, coin? It's
Bitcoin.
called Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Yeah, thank you. Bitcoin. And you scratch your head, how? Bitcoin. And then immediately you look up and what, who, how, this Chinese fellow or something. There also, I think some Chinese fellow involved. I'm not sure. I'm happy to correct myself. But these fellows have come there also. And so Bitcoin, then everybody does this, and I still don't understand what Bitcoin is. That is okay. I don't lose much by that. And so one little investment you take, pahushaka, too many branches. There is no end to what type of investment you do. Like this, it's endless. Just you take that artha, money you take. That is enough. That is enough. Somebody says, no, what are you doing? I'm buying and selling houses. Okay, buying and selling houses. Good. It's important. You have to earn a living. And that's a way of earning a living, no doubt. And so the options are endless. Options are endless. And somebody makes money through something called Amway. And those days I remember, my goodness, I don't know, if I start saying all these things, I will get distracted. So many ways of making money, that's all I'm saying. I think some of you are laughing. So many ways of making money. And so this is artha. Kama also, many ways. And I first time I entered, games, you play games, you have ice cream, you have this, you have that, you go to various places, all kama, correct? And then I went to this one place. So it's some kind of an arcade games where you go and you can play any game you want. And a lot of kids are there. And what struck me was, it is noisy because all these machines are making so much noise. It's not a silent place. You can't do meditation when you go to this arcade. Don't say, I'm going to send my children to let them play for a while. Then I'm going to sit in a corner and meditate. Now, Jaykumarji taught some nice techniques. I want to practice that. Now, generally, it's not the place to go and do your meditation. And so noisy. And so I was watching. And it's not simply you sit in one place and then you do some, it's not like that. Some places the kids are jumping up and down. And then the lights are flashing. Look at that. Look at all the sense organs they want to catch. One sense organ, some pleasure. Another sense organ, hearing noise. Ding, 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 ding. Bam, boom, bam. So another excitement. That's not enough. One fellow is standing and that floor is vibrating. Gada, 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 gada. Vibrating. So he's doing and he's getting this thrill. Look at that. So the whole, that's why all this Disneyland and all that, these amusement parks. I went once to an amusement park. Once only I went. And I went on this ride. And it's one of those rides. I'm forgetting these names. In Cincinnati, they had one big park, and it's one of those rides. It goes around and takes you all over the place and shakes the hell out of you. And that is when you realize you have a heart, and you realize the heart can stop. All these feelings you get when you sit in that ride. And some people say, I want to do it again. And you look at them, I say, wow. Suddenly you say, before worshipping Krishna, I will worship you. What Krishna? You are Krishna. My God, you can deal with this. You are a master. So look at that. Kama means there is no end. There is no end. You can say, I'm tired of this. I want to go on a cruise. Because within this country, I've tried everything else. Within this land mass, I want to explore the oceans. Is there any end? There's no end. Scuba diving. So, we are not saying these things are wrong. Don't take from here that doing all these things is wrong. No, it's not at all wrong. We are not talking about right and wrong at all. Everything is right. As long as dharma is there, so everything is right. None of this is wrong. Go do scuba diving every day. Go on a cruise every month. Nothing is all not wrong. But then, bahushakaha, you will get lost. Like what you go like this, branches. Many ways of doing things. Like we just said, investing, many ways. Like this, there's no end. Bitcoin, don't think Bitcoin is the last word. There are many more last words going to come. Okay. And now because of Corona, people are a little bit constrained. But I'm sure the investment magazines, they keep publishing these magazines. And I'm sure they have a lot of ideas. How you should invest during lockdown. So somebody will write an article and everybody will read the article. Yeah. How correct, very, very relevant. How you invest during a lockdown. Then he will say, first sit and meditate. These fellows are very smart. I figured out. These fellows are so smart. They will use all techniques. And they will say, you must not get stressed. You must spend half an hour meditating. You thought only Jaykumarji mentioned half an hour meditation. No. These fellows, they're there. You look up the investment magazine, they will talk about meditation. Because a lot of stress is there. Investing is not an easy thing. In fact, they have to meditate more than we people. Okay. So, bahushakaha. And then what? You thought it was over? No. Anantaha. Bitcoin is there. It tells you. Anantaha. There is no end. There is going to be no end. More magazines will be published. More same ideas with a different language also. You think something new has come. You never get the idea that, the same thing they are regurgitating again and again. What kind of magazine is this? Forget it. I'm not going to subscribe to this. Does anybody say that? No. Very attractive. They make sure you get hooked to this. So, bahushakaha, anantaha cha. And endless, he says. And endless for whom? Avyavasayinam. Avyavasayinam. Those who do not have this well ascertained vision of what's what, of this moksha. Those who do not have it, they will get lost. They will get lost in so many things. And we all also agree with each other. Yeah, that's a great idea. This is a great idea. That's a great idea. And so everything is a great idea. If you miss the infinite, there are infinite things to do. If you miss the infinite, if you miss Atma, there are so many things to do. And get carried away by so many things. So many things to do is okay, but got carried away by so many things. And mind is lost, fragmented. Avyavasayanam buddhi is what? Fragmented mind. And then you come back, you say, I'm retired, I'm 70, and I'm 80, I'm not happy at all. This is what happens. Everybody's life is like this. What to do? It's very sad when somebody is a senior, 80 years old, and the person says, I'm sad. What have I accomplished in all these 60 years? This is what they say. How sad that statement is. If our life is not meant to make us happy, what is the use of that life? So we have to think, these are all very important questions. College students should be taught these kinds of shlokas and make it real for them. Make them see the value of focus, the value of clarity, value of not being carried away just because my friend this said this and my friend did that. Give them clarity, empower them. These shlokas are very empowering. Just in our own daily life is very empowering. So, bahushakaha anantaha cha avyavasayinam buddhayaha bhavanti. Okay. So let's see. I made some notes here. So, question can arise. I lead a very ethical life, Jayakumarji. I'm honest. Even at the expense of my own comfort, I'm honest. Totally honest. Is that life, is that karma yoga? Okay. Is that a life of karma yoga? So there are many people who lead a dharmic life. Very important. They have great personal ethics. They have great work ethic, and they will not budge. Even if it means they are losing a promotion, even if it means they are losing some big bounty, they don't care. This is what I am. Very important. In this pursuit also it is very important. But then that is not called karma yoga because clarity about the goal is not there. I am honest and I'm following dharma, all right. But where is the clarity about moksha? Where is the clarity about atma being purna? Not there. Therefore, it is not enough to be ethical, to use an English word. It is not enough to be committed to dharma. One has to, Ishvara has to come in place. Ishvara has to come and I must see Ishvara everywhere and I must see that Ishvara is not different then. Look at that. Then only this karma yoga buddhi will come, and that buddhi is needed to gain this knowledge. Okay. This point is important to know. And otherwise, I'm a permanent seeker. I'm a permanent seeker. Dharma is there. It gives me a lot of strength and it will give me a lot of punya. And the punya will fructify into more births. More births and maybe comfortable births because punya is there. But this chakra will not change. This chakra will constantly be moving. Therefore, karma yoga is important. Okay. Because that finally we are all experience hunters. I either want a repeat performance of a past experience or I'm tired of past experiences. I want a new experience. This is what life has become. And that is why if this is how a person leads their life, imagine when they are 70 or 80 years old, when the body doesn't cooperate with me, suddenly I feel trapped. Because I used to, at least those days, I used to go around, I can go here, I can visit this place, that place, mountains, trekking, this, that. Now, there is no chance. No chance, because every step I'm getting all kinds of aches and pains and I can't even move. So, it's a trap. So, therefore, this is a very important topic. And it has to be converted into something that means something to me, to us. And so Krishna made it very clear right in the beginning, in the second chapter itself. And that clarity about my lakshya is needed. And what kind of clarity? The clarity, unshakable, crystal clear. And you look at an apple on the table, you see an apple. And the real apple, of course. When somebody says, oh, you got fooled. You got fooled. It's not a real apple. It's a plastic apple. Because these days they have mastered this art. The fake looks real. And just when you thought fake objects looked real, even fake messages look real. Okay. Now the whole world is filled with fake messages also. Now you don't know what to read and what not to read. And so somebody says it's a fake app. And now what goes on? Now you have to say, oh really, it's fake? Then you have to experiment. You have to test it out. You have to investigate. And no, it looks real only. Well, looks real is not enough. You better try to smell it. And if it is an organic apple, it may give out some smell. Otherwise the smell is sometimes you don't get to smell. And if it is ripe, you can smell it. You can smell it. Suppose they've made it so much that they spray something on this plastic apple to make it smell like a real apple. Now we people, we're all great people, human beings. In case you doubt yourself, don't doubt yourself. You're a great person. You got a great intellect. You can make a fake plastic apple smell like a real apple. That kind of a buddhi we have. And so that also is there. Then you have to scratch it. You may have to take a bite also. Who knows? And then say, no, this is a real apple. I'm clear about it. That kind of clarity, unshakable clarity must be there when it comes to this. Fortunately, belief is not involved in this. Fortunately. This is all jnanam. That is why knowledge nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate. Later on, Krishna is going to say, there is nothing more purifying than knowledge. Vare vah. What a great blessing for humanity this is. And so one more point I have to make here, and Swamiji makes it in his class, which is important before we move on. This clarity is not the same as determination. I want to save enough money to buy a house, small house. And so I have to work hard. I have to save money. And so I am determined to buy a house, build a house. Determination is needed. That's determination. That's resolve. Okay? We have to be careful. We have to save money. We have to cut out expenses. And let's carefully make a list of our expenses and then say what's really needed. Is this really needed? Let's ask that question. So with determination you go, and then in time that determination will yield some result. There's a resolve, making up the mind to do something, to achieve something. Their resolve is there. Here it's not resolve. Like that apple, which you are so sure that it's a real apple. Tell me how much determination is needed. You need a lot of determination, a lot of will to say that that's a real apple. Now, how much resolve do you need to see that 2 plus 3 is equal to 5? Suppose you say, I'm crystal clear, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Do you need determination from that? No, it's not determination, it's clarity. It's clarity. That clarity is enough. Unshakable clarity cannot be shaken. Unshakable clarity cannot be shaken. Okay, great, very great statement I made there. But that is nishchayatmika buddhi. Okay. So I am clear about my lakshya. This is the message Krishna wants to give here. And when I have that attitude, then the things I do, how I do, etc., become less important. Less important. Because there are so many ways of accomplishing things. And same symptoms are there. Two people are having the same symptoms. Temperature is running high, 102 temperature. And they have the same constitution. They both are male. And now, two people are taking different medicines. One person takes ibuprofen or paracetamol, and it works for that person. For another person, paracetamol is contraindicated. Ibuprofen is contraindicated. Why? Because that person has liver disease. That person's kidneys are not so good. Long-term use of this ibuprofen can affect kidneys and liver. I think you know that. And so somebody who has liver disease cannot. They don't give ibuprofen. They have to give some other medicine. So I like that word, contraindication. Contraindicated. Some of these medical terms are so beautiful. It conveys something so specific and unique. And so I love that word. Like comorbidity, we are hearing that on and off. Comorbidity. And so like that, same symptoms are there, different things. Different medicines are given. So so many ways of achieving your goals. And so you are welcome to do that. You're welcome. Karma Yoga doesn't say what you should do. It says the attitude behind your actions and attitude with which you are going to receive the results. That is the emphasis here, which of course we will study more. And so, eka buddhihi, eka vyavasayatmika buddhihi. And that eka buddhihi means viveka is needed. Clarity means viveka. So, viveka. And so, avyavasayina means avivekina. Those who are not clear. Not clear about this. What kind of education do you need to have this vyavasayatmika buddhi? Do you need PhD? No, don't need PhD. Go ask a farmer about vyavasayatmika buddhi. He is very clear. What should be done, what not to be done, and what should be given up, what not to be given up. All that clear. The person doesn't have any big degrees to talk about. No. So viveka is important. Everybody is gifted with the ability to have viveka. And so this avyavasayis are avivekis. They don't have that ability to see what? Right from wrong? Yeah, that is one type of aviveka or viveka. And here, go beyond right from wrong. Right, wrong is not enough. You have to see the difference between Atma and Anatma. Have to see that there is something called Atma and there is something called Anatma. And there is a confusion in my mind. I've taken the Anatma to be Atma. Taken the body to be Atma. And I take the Atma to be Anatma. This confusion is there. So that clarity must be there for us. And the clarity will build. The beauty of the Shastram is the more we pursue. Because it's not clear. When we come to the Shastram and we begin to listen to the Shastram, clarity is not there. But clarity comes. It says, oh my God, there is something like this. That's it. That is enough. And the Shravanam will take care of the rest. The more you think about it, the more it will grow upon you. So then everything else becomes meaningful after that. Marriage is meaningful. Marriage is meaningful. Why meaningful? Because now you've got a partner. And the two people are supposed to help each other. And each person helps each other grow. And each person has the same vision. Moksha is the vision. So now, brilliant. What an institution that is, marriage. Ashrama it is called. Gruhastha ashrama. Look at that word ashrama. It's a place where you can relax. It's a place where you can grow. Only in relaxation there can be growth. In a stressful environment, there growth is difficult. You need extra help in order to accept stressful situations and then walk through it. So marriage is yoga, karma yoga. I can enjoy karma yoga in a married life, and he or she also can enjoy. My spouse also can enjoy, and so then that married life becomes a big important aspect in one's growth. Very important aspect. Okay, so everything falls in place when the vision is clear. Okay. So this completes the shloka. Let's go back to the shloka and take one final look at it. Hey Kurunandana, O Arjuna, with reference to this, iha, that word iha is translated as with reference to this. This means what? This moksha, this sankhya that you heard from me so long, with reference to that, O Arjuna, hey Kurunandana, descendant of the Kurus, there is a single well-ascertained understanding. There is a single well-ascertained understanding. Eka vyavasayatmika buddhi. Single well-ascertained understanding. And then what? The notions of those, buddhayaha, the notions of those who lack this clarity, avyavasayinam buddhayaha, are many branched and innumerable indeed. Many branched, bhushakaha, and cha, innumerable, anantaha, indeed. He, there's a small word he that is sitting there. Hyanantascha. You may wonder, what is this word hyananta? I've never heard this word in Sanskrit. Well, you haven't heard because there is no word called hyananta. And so there is he, not high, not hi, high, not that high. This is he. He means indeed. In this context, it means indeed. So that's the meaning of the shloka. With reference to this moksha, hey Arjuna, the descendant of Kurus, there is a single well-ascertained understanding. Full stop. The notions of those who lack this clarity, this discrimination, are many branched and innumerable indeed. So our Maheshji sent me a note, and that word discrimination, he said I could use the word differentiation. You know, differentiate. You differentiate A and B, right? So there it is there. That word is there. I need to think about it some more, and I'm not still. It's definitely the word differentiation does not have the burden of that this word discrimination has all the nuances. There's also another word I came up with. It's called discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Discernment, correct? D-I-S-C-E-R-N. It's a very beautiful word. Discerning means you're able to see something more than meets the eye. You're able to see. You're able to separate the wheat from the chaff. You're able to separate milk from the water. You can see. That ability is called ability to discern. But the word discern is not that. We have to explain the word. Not everybody may be used to that word. So I have to use it a bit carefully. Discern. You may want to look it up. D-I-S-C-E-R-N. If you don't know the word. So those who are unable to discern Atma from Anatma are going to get lost. This is how it is. Okay. Wonderful. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.